I've watched the Kansas City Chiefs twice this year. Go to New England and lose, and go to the Rams and lose. And in both instances, my takeaway is I think Kansas City's better than New England and the Rams. This morning, I think Kansas City's the better team. Let me ask you, if the Rams had played in Kansas City and had 5 turnovers, you think the Chiefs only win by 3? Listen, Kansas City, to only lose like they did, think about this. They weren't dialed in. I mean, you could tell from all the travel, the first 8 minutes of the game, they had a bad first quarter. It happens. They got a young team, young quarterback. They were bad for about 8 minutes. They were on the road, and not on the road destination they were supposed to be in. They had 5 turnovers, 2 defensive touchdowns. They dropped the game-winning interception, and I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm like, they're in this game with a chance to win. I think if you'd asked the Rams to move, play it in Kansas City, had all those turnovers, had a bad first quarter, I don't think the Rams would have been around at the end. I mean, listen, man, Kansas City had the ball twice. All they were away was a field goal. Considering all the moves, all the turnovers, awful first quarter, dropped the game-winning pick, and Kansas City standing around at the end, I think Kansas City's a better team. And I felt that way after the New England game. I'm like, yeah, I get why New England won. It's Foxborough. It's Brady. He's been there before. They get the ball. I get why New England won. But I feel like Kansas City in the playoffs could go to New England and win. I feel there's no chance for New England to go to Kansas City and win. In fact, my takeaway last night was I can see several teams in the NFC coming to Los Angeles like a New Orleans Saints and winning. I can see it. I can see that happening. They get that running game going. I can't see anybody in the AFC. Pittsburgh would have a shot, but they make so many mistakes, it's hard to go on the road, throw 3 picks, and win. You think Texans going to go on the road and win in Kansas City? New England? Indianapolis, if they get in? Baltimore, they get in? Chargers? I mean, it's funny because we think of the Rams' offense as home run hitting, but their defense is home run hitting. I mean, Aaron Donald, Marcus Peters, it's interceptions, it's sacks, it's forced turnovers, it's big hits. But when I watch the Rams play, man, do they swing and miss a lot on defense. A lot. It's like the Chiefs' touchdowns, there were people wide open. Rams' touchdowns, Goff makes a great throw and beats good coverage. But I got to tell you something. I walked out of that New England game and I walked out of that Rams game, and Kansas City went 0-2, and I think Kansas City's better than both those teams. I think Kansas City could play New England in New England, the Rams in the Ram again and win. I don't think either of those teams, Rams or New England, can go to Kansas City and win.